That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, I'm not a big fan of Black Panther 2. I mean, I don't think it was bad. I don't think Black Panther 2 was bad, but it was nowhere near the greatness of the original. But, you know, one of the things that was great, like great, capital G great, that you can't dispute, was how good Angela Basset was in that movie. So good, she got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. On some people's scorecards, she was even considered the favorite. And then she didn't win. It went to Jamie Lee Curtis, who was also completely stunning in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But now Angela Basset is saying that, and this is coming just from Variety, I was deserving of the Oscar for Black Panther 2. After I put in the time and good work, I thought it was a given. Anyway, Variety writes the following. Angela Basset recently told Town & Country magazine that she was deserving of the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Bassett was nominated in 2023, but lost to Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Her stoic reaction as Curtis's name was called went viral on social media, which I thought was dumb. Anyway, not that her reaction was dumb. I thought like people reacting to her looking disappointed. Oh, somebody just lost out on an Academy Award. They shouldn't look disappointed?
Yeah.
Like, I know everybody's supposed to go, oh, pretend they're happy for the other person. I know you're supposed to do that, but she didn't look mad. She just looked disappointed. I mean, I don't know what the problem was. Anyway, she said, I found it interesting, Bassett said of the loss and the reaction that ensued. Interesting that I wouldn't be allowed to be disappointed at an outcome that I thought I was deserving.
Right.
I love applauding people, she added. But in that moment, no, I've put in the time, put in the good work over time. I didn't think that was a gift. I thought it was a given. Now, there are, like I said, there are people out there who going into the Oscars kind of thought she was the front runner. But I do want to remind everybody that just prior to the Oscars was SAG. And SAG gave Best Supporting Actress to Jamie Lee Curtis. So it wasn't like it was some complete shock that Jamie Lee Curtis won the Academy Award. She did, in fact, just win the SAG Awards for it. And, you know, Angela Basset had won a couple of others. Some people might think I really don't like Angela Bassett's reaction, but I think everything about her reaction, and I think everything about her statement is perfectly appropriate. I personally have no problem that Jamie Lee Curtis won I thought she was so good in Everything Ever All at Once.
And it was great for her to get that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? Angela Basset, had she won, I would have had zero issues with that. She was so good in that movie. I have no problem with somebody saying, I thought I deserved to win. I have no problem with that. You know where I start to get a problem? Is when you get like the director of the original Shogun, not just coming out, like if the director of the original Shogun just came out and said, you know, I really think our Shogun deserves more attention. I thought we did really great stuff on that Shogun. I've got no problem with that. Where I have a problem with is when then the director of the original Shogun starts trashing the new Shogun. Nobody finds it entertaining. It only won because it didn't have any competition and blah, blah, blah. Like all this kind of crybaby bitch stuff.
Boy, there was a lot of competition. I'm sorry.
And there was, especially when you go down all the categories, there was massive competition. But did Angela Basset come out and trash Jamie Lee Curtis?
Nope.
No. You know why? Because Angela Basset has class. So I have no issue with somebody coming out and saying, I really thought I was going to win. I thought I was going to get my Oscar. I thought I put in the work. Jamie Lee Curtis put in the work too.
Yeah, she didn't say no one else worked. I worked.
Yep. She didn't say Jamie Lee Curtis wasn't all that good in that movie. She didn't say, oh, and who was the third? There was a third who won like the Golden Globe or
well,
I have to look that up.
The Banshees. It was the one for the Banshees.
Yes. The Banshees of Inisherin actress. Yes, so she was in the running too. She put in the work, right? Nobody's saying she just came out and said, I thought I deserved it. And you know what? If you don't think you deserved it, why should anybody else think you deserved it? As long as she doesn't cross that line into saying that person didn't deserve it, or that person wasn't, that's who it was. Thank you. Or that person wasn't that good. And she didn't. All she said was, I really thought I had it. I thought I did well enough to win. And you know what? She did do well enough to win, but that's what makes the Oscars so difficult. Is that just because you do enough to deserve to win doesn't mean you're going to win, because somebody else might have done enough to deserve to win too. And it makes it really hard.
It's like the Golden State Warriors when they had that 72 win season.
Yep.
And LeBron beat them.
And
It's like, what was it all for? Like, I bet you out of all their losses, probably that one's the one that hurts Steph Curry probably the most.
Oh,
Just
in
because-
the finals? Yeah, of course that's the one.
No, just
that hurts
because
the most.
they beat the best record. They had the best record ever
Yep.
in the history of the league. And they
Yeah,
came up
so
short.
I mean, look, and people today can still think, I personally, I think both of them deserve to win. I would have had no qualms if Angela Basset had won. I certainly am fully supportive that Jamie Lee Curtis won. Either one of them could have won. It was great. Some awards went to Bassett, some awards went to Curtis. When it came down to the Oscars, they leaned towards Curtis.
Right.
And great. And so I'm not surprised to hear her comments, and I think they're perfectly classy.
Yeah.
I think they're perfectly classy.
Yeah. If you just take the headline, it's like, oh, well, she seems like she's really miffed, and it seems like she's like not. It's like, I deserve to. It's like, no. When you actually take the bits out of the headline and put it in context, she's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
She's
Nothing
being
wrong with
reasonable.
saying you deserved it, provided you don't start going off about why somebody else didn't.
And you know what? I bet she's gonna give us a greater performance than she did. Like
Oh,
that's how you separate the.
Well, it's not even her first nomination,
No.
right?
I'm just
This
saying-
is the second time she was
Yeah.
nominated for an Oscar. She's always going to be great.
Yeah.
Like this could like mentally like really defeat a lot of people. I think she's gonna give us way better.
And you know what? And the other thing for her is, like, hey, a lot of people lose out on the Oscars. Yeah, but a lot of times most nominees know they're not actually going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they list off the 5 names, minimum 3 of them know they're not winning.
Yeah. And it's usually down to 2.
She really thought that this was going to be her night.
I did too.
She had momentum.
And it wasn't. And so when the camera went on her, she looked disappointed.
We also
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We also don't know who was maybe in her ear that are like, oh, we're getting word, like good word
Yeah.
that you're a shoe-in. So and then you start thinking like, okay, well, I'm getting word that,
Yeah. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's episode, Birddogs. You know what I hate? Dress pants. They're stiff, they're uncomfortable, and they always feel like they're fighting against me. But then I found Birddogs, and let me tell you, it's been a total game changer. These pants fit like a dream, giving you all the comfort of gym wear while still looking sharp enough for work or a night out. I wear my Birddogs everywhere, lounging at home, running errands, or even a night out at the game. The fit? Spot on. You get to pick your exact waist and length, so no awkward bagginess or tight spots. And unlike other high-end brands like Lululemon or Vuori, Birddogs skip that shiny, weird-looking material, just straight up premium comfort. And let's talk for a second about their classic quarter zip, probably my favorite thing they make. I threw it on the other day for a casual dinner and it looked sharp, but I was comfortable as if I was wearing pajamas. It's that good. For a limited time, our listeners get a free hat with every order when you use the code John Campea at birddogs.com. Get their best-selling hat completely free when you use the code John Campea at birddogs.com. Support our show and let them know we sent you. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Angela Basset said she did enough work to deserve the Oscar. I agree. It's just that one or two other people did too. And I don't have any problems with her comments whatsoever. As long as she's not attacking other people and she's just claiming that she thought she did enough, I'm perfectly good with that. How do you guys feel about it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.